welcome back to another episode of The Stable. And this whole episode is pretty much going to be about Jalen and his Subaru. But real quick, just wanted to give you a quick little update on this. So we got the lower bullet intake on the Mustang. PA Performance alternator, I got the polished one, so it should match pretty good with the throttle body and the lines. And then over here, Rock Auto was the cheapest place to get the Ford coil-on plugs, so it saved me like $200 going through Rock Auto, and since they're actually the Ford Motorcraft, I felt pretty good with that. So more to come on this. I will film and go over everything that was involved, but it was kind of boring and just kind of tedious trying to get that thing set in there and getting the other one out. So more to come with this. All right, Jalen, so what do we got going on with this today?
So first, we had to take out the stock turbo,
Which is right here, correct?
02 WRX STI engine, which is a VF30. So this stock engine was taken out for the Force Performance HTZ blue 58mm turbo that I had ported as well. And on top of that, then we got the new suspension put in, which is the Ultimo Raceland suspension.
And this is coilovers all the way around, correct?
Yes, and we replaced the rotors, all new brake lines. Then I'm about to get some rims here pretty soon, and tune's all is left.
Okay, and these ones are for the rear. So we're about to install these. Pretty simple. Company's Raceland, right?
Yeah.
So these were pretty nice because they came pre-assembled and everything for him. So pretty cool. And right here, I didn't realize it, but they sent him a little coilover right here, keychain. So I thought that was pretty cool. I guess they make coilovers and suspension parts for all kinds of vehicles, so it's not just Subaru. So I guess keep that in mind if you ever want to go through them. So far, install has been very simple, and like I said, they came pre-assembled, which is really nice because the Bilstein suspension kit I'm running on the FJ had an option to come pre-assembled, but it cost more money, so I chose to cheap out and just assemble it myself. Hindsight, it might have been a little bit easier to have it come pre-assembled. And my Mustang has just the strange adjustable shocks and struts all the way around, so no coilover on that yet. So might come soon. The only thing I don't like about coilovers is because, especially with the FJ and in the last video I posted with the camping trip, you can kind of hear it squeaking as I drive. It's kind of annoying, but I kind of just turn the music up too and ignore it. So
Also, since it was such a pain to get that freaking hose clamp on the bottom of this turbo, I had to jerry rig with some string, put it down in there already opened, use the razor, and then had to try and weasel my way in to cut the razor off just so that clamp could tighten.
Okay, so maybe I'll explain that a little bit better for him. So guys, there's a hose on the bottom of this turbo and you can't see it. And I don't even think I can fit my hand in there to touch it. So what Jalen did was he took string on a little like spring clamp and he tied it together so the tension was all the way maxed out and that the ring was all the way open. So he slid it over the hose and squeezed his hand in there. And once he got it hooked up to the bottom of the turbo, he moved the little spring clamp into place and then he cut the string so it snapped on the hose, and that's how he got it. So little trick. I don't know if any of you are Subaru fans out there or think about doing something like that, but might be a little trick to keep in mind that he used to make it work. Undo these 3 bolts. You undo these 2 right here. And then you undo this brake line that's on the caliper right here. And Raceland was nice enough to send these little almost like sheet metal brackets so you can get your brake lines up out of the way once you do the install. So literally just like a total of 6 bolts. You slide the old one out, slide the new one in, and you're good to go. Hey Jalen, you want to let the people know what you're doing down there?
Putting on the downpipe.
Okay guys, so he's tying up the downpipe. You can see it right there to the back of the turbo, right there. And so on the inside for the suspension, we got this side done. You can see the orange in there. And then you have to come around to the inside, pull out your seats, and then up there where that cord is, you can get to the 3 bolts that holds the top of it in. So we did the same thing to the other side. And just for visual here, I'll walk around here, you can see the old compared to the new right there. So he's finishing up the downpipe. I'm finishing up this side of his suspension. Is that it for the night after that, Jay?
Yep.
And then we're calling it a day. Actually, Jalen, I think your axles up here, Dad said the bolt needs to be tightened. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I guess we're almost at a stopping point for the night. And then I guess this upcoming Saturday, I'm waiting on my intake bolts to show up. I reached out to Modular Head Shop and I ordered some, they almost look like they're black chrome or something, but they're APR intake bolts that are coming in for the Mustang. So depending on the weather and how cold it is, the Mustang might be at least 90% put back together. I sent my Vortec head unit off yesterday. So Vortec said they have about a 2-week turnaround. So as soon as I get that back, this can go back together. But I looked in here and it's pretty dirty inside my coolant reservoir. So I want to get a new one of the new reservoir, a metal one, probably black. And then I feel like with all the updated parts I'm putting on the engine, making it look all pretty, I want to change out the power steering pump reservoir because I feel like that's going to be the new eyesore of the engine. So once those 2 things are in, then the car will be done. Hopefully we can fire it up. I might have to get the car retuned depending on the throttle body and everything with that. And then I guess we'll go from there, see what kind of power it puts down. All right, guys, so there is the rear done. And this other side, we kind of threw a rim on it just to kind of get an idea where it would sit. Probably gonna have to adjust it because it looks like it's gonna be sitting pretty low, or as you import boys call it slammed, huh?
So all that's left after this, there's still 1 bolt on the bottom of the downpipe I need to tighten. Then after that, we gotta put the vacuum hoses back on the new Grimspeed electronic boost solenoid. And then after that, it's the intercooler.
And then what, go get this thing tuned?
Yep.
Are you still
So I
gonna
can put down more power than that old thing right there.
You want to bet on it?
We can.
All right, guys. So I don't know if you guys want to comment, but you can pick whose car is going to put down more power. My red Mustang back there or Jalen's STI Swapped Impreza.
The Impreza will win.
So as you guys can see, between me, Jalen, Sean, and my dad's Fox over here that he's getting going, there's going to be a whole lot of trash talking, a whole lot of competition, and a whole lot of racing this summer. I think I kind of want to do a little local, almost like Street Outlaws thing. Put a giant board, maybe somewhere up here on the wall, and to do our top. It's just like 5 of us if we count my uncle. So just like top 5, quickest and fastest. And, each week we can see who's going to be number 1 and go on like that. So, but with that being said, please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.